My next guest is a dancer, singer, actress, and social media superstar. I mean, seriously, superstar. She has 32 million followers on TikTok and over 12 million subscribers on her YouTube channel. She works hard. She deserves it. She's currently working on a new project that she is announcing tonight. I can't wait. Here is JoJo Siwa.
Hey, I'm so excited. Thank you for having me.
Welcome back. Thanks for being here. I know it's over Zoom,
Of
but
course.
we appreciate it. We have so much to talk about.
We do.
One of the things that I love about you and your fans love about you is that you are always yourself. You're always you.
Yes.
And you're always leading by example and spreading positivity, very positive. And you continue to do that now more than ever. 2 weeks ago, you posted this. You opened up about being a part of the LGBTQ community, and immediately love started pouring in from all over the world. How does it feel? Where were you in your head at that time?
It was the most insane thing ever. I mean, literally everyone and their brother messaged me, called me, texted me, sent me an Instagram message, tweeted me. It was the most love I think I've ever received. And the coolest thing about it was just by me showing the world the last little piece of me that they haven't seen yet. And it was really awesome.
Did you plan on doing it?
So that's actually what's funny about it. So I was doing TikToks with the people who are in the Pride House. That's like what their TikTok house is called, is the Pride House. And I love them. I've known them all for years. And so we were like, let's just do some TikToks together before I leave for Canada. And they come over and we're doing this TikTok. And I was like, I think this TikTok that we're doing to Ain't It Fun, I was like, I think this is gonna out me. And I was like, I don't really mind because it is true. I do have the most amazing, wonderful, perfect, most beautiful girlfriend in the whole world. It's not something I'm ashamed of. I just haven't shown the internet yet. And there's always been speculations, of course, but so then I was like, I think this is gonna out me. So then I posted that, they posted that, and of course it did, and people started commenting, to me, is this you coming out? Like, is this you coming out? What is this? What is this? So I was like, you know what I can do? I can either mess with them and like tease a little bit. I can either confirm it because it is true, or I can just kind of do nothing about it and just kind of leave it there. And I was like, I want to do a TikTok to Born This Way because it is true. I don't really want to be like, yeah, it's true right away, but I was like, I want people to know that like it's okay. So I did this TikTok to Born This Way, and everyone was like, whoa, this is her coming out, this is her coming out, this is the moment. And I was like, all right. And then my cousin had gotten me that shirt. I took that picture like a week before I posted it. And I put it on my close friend's Instagram story, and all my friends know, all my family knows. And then one day I was on FaceTime with my girlfriend. This was the day after I posted the Born This Way TikTok. And I was on FaceTime with her, and we were just talking about it and talking about all the love that came in. And we were both like, technically, I still haven't confirmed it. And so I was like, I kind of just want to post this picture on my real story. And she was super encouraging. She was like, do it. And I was like, all right. And I did it. And the funny thing is 10 minutes before I did that, you can only imagine the press storm that was happening. I mean, it was insane. Yeah. And 10 minutes before I posted that, my publicist was like, so are you going to confirm it? And I was like, no, I'm not going to confirm it yet. 10 minutes later, post that picture. And so I text her and I was like, hey, so about not confirming it, go look at my story.
Did you put your phone down? Because you probably go like, either way, you're gonna get feedback. You're gonna get good stuff and you're gonna get bad stuff. And you know that it's gonna start a conversation. And you're like, once I press this button, it's not even a button.
There's no going back.
Yes.
My thing with coming out is it can be a very scary thing. You know, of course, not everybody in the world is going to accept it right now, but there are so many people that are going to accept it right now. And like I say, even if there's a million people, say there's a million people, that's a lot of people that don't accept it. There's 100 million that do. And I think that's something really important. 100 million is a lot of people. And so always keep that in mind. But also, I was like, I don't want it to have to be such a big thing. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, have a coming out party? No, it's just who I am. And so after I posted it, I was just kind of like, all right, I'll do it. Like, I was just on the phone, spontaneous, like, because we're long distance. And so I was like, all right, I did it. Back to FaceTiming with her. And then it was like 2 days later, I was again on the phone with her. We're on the phone literally 24/7. Both of our families get so annoyed at us, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. But I was like, you know what I realized? how risky that was. And she was like, well, what do you mean? And I was like, well, technically, that was a really big risk that I took posting that. But I was like, but honestly, and she was like, why? Because you could have lost everything. And I was like, yeah. But if I lost everything that I've created because of being myself and because of loving who I want to love, I don't want it. That's not what I want if I can't love who I want to love. That's one of the most important things to me. And I was about 10 minutes before I came out to do this interview today, I was again on the phone with my girl and I started crying. And she's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I'm just so happy." I was like, because now I get to share what makes me the happiest with the world. And it makes my heart so happy.
And there's a lot to be happy about. I want to congratulate you because you were named one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people of 2020. Now, you are 17 years old and one of the most influential people on the planet.
Crazy.
How does it feel, and do you feel different?
Isn't that crazy? I mean, it is insane. I don't feel different. I mean, nothing changed, but I guess I didn't really realize what a big deal it was until I actually saw the list and saw the other people that were on it. And then I was like, whoa, like this is a huge honor. And I mean, it's insane. And I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful. It actually, something funny that came from it is we created a new game in my family and my close friends. So my best friend, Nate, we made a game where I try to influence people to do something. And it's the smallest thing. So say we have a whole bunch of pizzas and I'll be like to somebody, I'll be like, oh my gosh, yeah, the cheese is good, but like the pepperoni, you gotta try the pepperoni. And if I get them to do it, Nate and I look at each other and they're like, Time 100, baby, that's me. What's up?
That's how influential I am. Look at how influential. He doesn't even like pepperoni.
We try so hard, and it works. And it's all the time, like, top 100, baby, that's me.
Yeah, why not? I saw you did something over quarantine because obviously we all had to cut the tours short and all of this, no live events. And, you know, you when you're a performer, you have to perform. We've had people on the show, the comedians, going like, I just miss it. I have to. It's part of me. And you did something very cool. You built a stage in your backyard.
I did. So my mom was watching people perform like from their living room, and I was watching people perform from their couch, and I was like, I want to see a concert. And my mom was like, you should do one of these. Like, so that was kind of where it came from me. I was like, I want to do one. And my mom was like, you should do one. And I was like, but I can't. I was like, I can't sit on my couch and sing a song. It just doesn't work. Like, I literally don't know how to do that. I say all the time, I'm an American, not an American, but like, I can't do that. and she was like, so then don't. She was like, build a stage. And I was like, well, all right. And so I started looking on Amazon, and I was like, all right, I have these like platforms in my cart, and I was just gonna like do it for 1 week. And I was like, this still doesn't feel right. So I messaged my friend who kind of just can do anything. And I was like, hey, do you have a guy that could help me build a stage? And she was like, yeah, let me get on it. And
I love it. 2 seconds. Yeah, of course.
2 seconds. She was like, yeah, totally. And so now it turned into this whole thing, and it's so awesome. It's so incredible. I did it every Friday. I think I did 12 of them, and then a few dance videos too. And it was just so much fun, you know? And we put on full-blown shows of singing and dancing and lights and music and a stage and costumes. And
good for you.
It kept me so happy. We would shoot like 3 of them in a week, and that week, I was always the happiest human.
Speaking of costumes, you have one of the biggest empires of consumer products. I told you my girls are fans of yours, and so we have bows all over the house. We have headphones with bows on them. We have your books, by the way, are fantastic.
I love it.
We it's just like, I think they kind of started writing diaries.
Thank you.
But I think I've read somewhere you sold over 80 million hair bows. Is that wild?
It's crazy. It's so incredible. I'm so thankful. I mean, my mom and I actually have been selling bows for much longer than people think. I'll never forget when I think I was been 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old. we used to go to our local, haircut places or little boutique stores. And my mom told me, she was like, here, you carry them because you're cute and little and want to buy it from you. And I was like, okay. So we're walking in with our little basket of bows. And we tell the people, hey, do you want to buy some bows? And this one time they're like, yeah, we'll buy 10 of them. And my mom and I were like so pumped up. We walk out of there with $100. We're like, we're going shopping. We're going to lunch. We're going shopping. It's going to be the best day ever. And so now to think that 10 bows has translated into 80 million. I mean, that is insane and amazing. And I'm so thankful and so grateful because of what the bow stands for, being yourself, being kind to everybody, to think that there's 80 million of them out there. It makes my heart so happy.
You've accomplished so much and you're still a teenager. What would you say is your ultimate dream or another dream, another goal, something you haven't done yet, but one day you'll do?
Oh man, my biggest dream, and it's coming up this weekend, is to play the Super Bowl, to do the halftime show at the Super Bowl. I have seen every single one of them. I mean, from Jackson, I am Michael Jackson's Super Bowl show, to Gaga's Super Bowl show, I think is probably my all-time favorite. J-Lo's incredible. I can't wait to see The Weeknd this year. I mean,
let's get him on the phone. We can get you The Weeknd. Let me call The Weeknd. I'll call The Weeknd. We'll get you a private plane to Tampa and
tell him I'll do a little blinding lights for him on stage. I got it. I got the TikTok. I got it. Let's go.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We can totally get this happening. Oh, I can see you on that stage. That is.
Thank you.
All right, let's put it out there in the world. It's gonna happen.
I'm a believer. You believe it? One day I might be 80 years old, coming to you live from Joe Stewart's deathbed. Here we go, the Pepsi halftime show.
You're wheeling out. You're still doing Blinding Light. Yeah, no, that song is old now. Yeah, but you have a big announcement tonight. Can you tell everyone where you are and what you're working on?
So I right now am in Vancouver, Canada. And I am so excited. Me and my friends at Nickelodeon, we are making a musical. And I'm so pumped up about it. This musical is centered around my life and also centered around being yourself and centered around, staying true to who you are. And even when the world is telling you that it's not gonna happen, you're believing because you're you. And that's what this movie is all about. And the music in it, I'm so happy about. I have worked so hard on this soundtrack. There's 6 original songs on the soundtrack and then 2 of my old songs, but one of them is like a full revamped remix, and it's so much fun. But from the 6 original songs, I created 27 to narrow it down to 6. So it's been a process, but it's been so much fun. It's now that we're actually here, it's happening. We've been in quarantine and rehearsals. We have an incredible director. We have an incredible writer. Obviously, my friends at Nickelodeon. I'm so excited.
It sounds amazing. Do you have a title?
We do. It's called The J Team.
The J Team. I'm on the J Team.
You're on the J Team.
Jimmy's on the J Team.
See, people think it stands for the JoJo Team. It's really the Jimmy Fallon Team. Don't let it fool you.
That's what I'm talking about.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and